Welcome to the ultimate 2026 guide for cracking the L5 senior engineer interview. If you've been grinding leak code but still falling short, you're not alone. The bar has shifted. Companies now want more than just fast coders. They're looking for engineers who can design robust systems, lead teams, and drive real impact. In this video, we'll break down the exact 4-week plan that helped land offers at top companies like Amazon and Datadog, even after facing multiple rejections. Let's dive in and set you up for success. Many candidates believe that solving tough coding problems is the key to a senior engineer role. However, in 2026, the interview focus has evolved. It's not just about how quickly you can code, but whether you can design scalable systems, make trade-offs, and communicate your decisions. Companies want to see leadership and the ability to drive organizational impact. If you're only preparing with leak code, you might be missing the bigger picture. Let's explore what really matters for L5 interviews. Succeed in the L5 interview, you need to master 3 critical areas: system design trade-offs, crafting an impact narrative, and understanding AI LLM system integration. These areas go beyond technical skills. They test your engineering maturity and ability to solve real-world problems. We'll break down each area in detail, so you know exactly what to focus on during your preparation. Let's start with system design trade-offs. System design isn't just about drawing boxes and arrows. Interviewers want to see your reasoning behind every choice. For example, can you justify using SQL versus NoSQL? Do you understand when to use event-driven architectures over polling? Your ability to explain these trade-offs shows your depth of knowledge and practical experience. This is where most candidates stumble, so pay close attention to the details. Beyond technical skills, companies want to hear stories that prove you can solve organizational problems. This means preparing behavioral stories that highlight your leadership, problem-solving, and ability to drive change. Focus on situations where you made a real impact, not just completed tasks. Your narrative should demonstrate how you've tackled challenges and delivered results. Modern system design interviews often include questions about AI and LLM integration. You should understand how to incorporate or critique AI components in your architecture. This includes knowing about retrieval augmented generation, vector databases, and cost management strategies. Being able to discuss these topics confidently will set you apart from other candidates. Preparation is key. The 4-week study plan is designed to build your skills step by step. Each week has a specific focus, from fundamentals to mock interviews. This structure ensures you cover all critical areas without feeling overwhelmed. Let's walk through each week so you can plan your study schedule effectively. In the first week, focus on reviewing core concepts like the CAP theorem, sharding, and consistent hashing. These are the building blocks of system design. Make sure you understand how each concept applies in real-world scenarios. This foundational knowledge will help you tackle more complex design questions later in your preparation. The second week is all about practice. Tackle one system design question per day, focusing on trade-offs and justifying your decisions. Don't just memorize patterns, understand the reasoning behind each solution. This will help you adapt to new and ambiguous problems during the actual interview. In week 3, shift your focus to behavioral interviews. Write out 5 power stories using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Record yourself practicing these stories to refine your delivery and ensure you're communicating clearly and confidently. This preparation will help you handle any behavioral question with ease. The final week is dedicated to mock interviews. Simulate real interview conditions by completing at least 3 full interview loops. This will help you identify any gaps in your knowledge and build confidence under pressure. Treat these mocks seriously. They're your best preparation for the real thing. Many candidates are told they have strong technical skills but are still seen as L4, not L5. The difference lies in engineering maturity. L4 engineers complete tasks as requested, while L5 engineers design for scale, reliability, and efficiency. If your answers stop at "it works," you risk being down-leveled. Aim to show how you anticipate challenges and optimize for long-term success. Let's compare a typical L4 and L5 response. An L4 engineer might say, "I built the API endpoint as requested." An L5 engineer, however, would explain how they designed the API to handle high traffic, implemented rate limiting, and optimized database load. This level of detail and foresight is what interviewers are looking for at the senior level. Before you start drawing system diagrams, ask clarifying questions. For example, are you optimizing for read latency or write availability? What's the expected daily active users and read-write ratio? These questions help define the scope and ensure your design meets real requirements. Never skip this step. It's where strong candidates stand out. Start your design with a simple high-level overview. Draw the core components: client, load balancer, web server, core service, and database. This happy path sets the foundation before you dive into more complex scenarios. Keep it straightforward and easy to explain. The deep dive is the most critical part of the system design interview. Pick one meaningful component and break it. What happens if the database goes down? L4s might suggest using a replica, but L5s explain primary replica setups, synchronous versus asynchronous replication, and failover strategies. This depth of understanding is what sets you apart. Don't just study generic system design patterns. Use resources like PrackHub to research the exact questions asked by your target companies. For example, DoorDash may focus on geohashing, while Slack emphasizes real-time WebSockets. Tailoring your preparation to each company's priorities gives you a significant edge. Behavioral interviews for senior roles require more than just saying you worked hard. Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result, to structure your stories. Focus on situations involving conflict, failure, and ambiguity. These stories demonstrate your leadership and problem-solving skills in real-world scenarios. Let's look at a power story example. Context: our legacy payment service was failing 5% of requests during peak traffic. This sets the stage for the challenge you faced and why it mattered to the business. Always start your stories with clear context to help interviewers understand the situation. Next, describe the conflict. For example, product wanted to patch the service, but I argued for a rewrite because technical debt was slowing velocity by 20%. Highlighting conflict shows your ability to navigate disagreements and advocate for the best solution. Now explain the action you took. For instance, I led a team of 3 to migrate to a microservices architecture. This demonstrates your leadership and initiative. Be specific about your role and the steps you took to address the problem. Finally, share the result. For example, reduced latency by 50 ms and saved $20,000 per month in infrastructure costs. Quantifying your impact makes your story memorable and shows the real value you delivered to the organization. Prepare for high-intent behavioral questions such as, "Tell me about a time you disagreed with your manager," or "Describe a time you had to deliver without clear requirements." Practicing these questions helps you respond confidently and thoughtfully during the interview. It might feel awkward, but practicing your behavioral stories out loud is essential. Use AI tools or record yourself to get feedback on your tone and delivery. This practice helps you avoid sounding defensive or arrogant and ensures your stories come across as authentic and impactful. In 2026, expect system design questions involving AI or LLMs. For example, you might be asked to design a chatbot for customer support. Be ready to discuss how you'd integrate AI components, manage costs, and ensure reliability. Understanding these modern requirements is crucial for senior roles. Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, is a key concept for AI system design. It involves retrieving relevant context before prompting the language model. This approach improves the accuracy and relevance of AI responses. Make sure you understand how RAG works and when to use it. Vector databases are used to store embeddings, which are essential for AI applications like semantic search and recommendation systems. Examples include Pinecone and Milvus. Understanding how vector databases work and how to integrate them into your architecture is a valuable skill for L5 candidates. Managing costs is a critical aspect of AI system design. This includes setting token limits for language models and caching answers to reduce expenses. Interviewers want to see that you can balance performance with cost efficiency, especially when working with large-scale AI solutions. Start your preparation by reviewing the CAP theorem, sharding, and consistent hashing. These concepts form the foundation of scalable system design. Make sure you can explain each one clearly and apply them to real-world scenarios during your interviews. Dedicate the second week to practicing one system design question per day. Focus on understanding the trade-offs in each solution and justifying your decisions. This practice will help you think on your feet and handle unexpected questions during the interview. In the third week, write out your 5 power stories and practice them until you can deliver them smoothly. Recording yourself can help you identify areas for improvement and ensure your stories are compelling and concise. The final week is all about mock interviews. Complete at least 3 full interview loops to simulate the real experience. This will help you build confidence, identify weak spots, and refine your approach before the actual interview. The jump to L5 is challenging, but it's not a mystery. Interviewers aren't trying to trick you, they want to see if you can be trusted with their systems. Focus your preparation on the skills that matter most, and you'll be ready to succeed. It's tempting to keep grinding random LeetCode questions, but that's not the best use of your time for L5 interviews. Instead, focus on system design, behavioral stories, and company-specific patterns. This targeted preparation will maximize your chances of landing the role. Platforms like PrackHub offer real interview questions from companies like Google, Meta, and Amazon. Use these resources to tailor your preparation and practice with the types of questions you're likely to encounter. This approach gives you a strategic advantage. Consistency is key to success. Stick to your study plan, track your progress, and stay motivated even when it gets tough. Remember, every failed interview is a step closer to your goal. Keep learning and improving. After each mock or real interview, review the feedback carefully. Identify areas for improvement and adjust your preparation accordingly. Continuous learning and adaptation are essential for reaching the L5 level. Preparing for senior interviews can be challenging, so don't do it alone. Connect with peers, mentors, or online communities for support and advice. Sharing experiences and resources can make your journey smoother and more enjoyable. The tech landscape evolves rapidly. Stay updated with the latest trends in system design, AI, and interview practices. This knowledge will help you answer questions about modern architectures and demonstrate your commitment to continuous learning. Clear communication is essential for senior engineers. Practice explaining complex concepts in simple terms, both in technical and behavioral interviews. Strong communication skills will help you stand out and build trust with interviewers. Senior engineers are expected to navigate ambiguity and make decisions with incomplete information. Practice handling open-ended questions and justifying your choices. This skill is highly valued in L5 interviews and real-world engineering roles. Leadership isn't just about managing people, it's about taking ownership, driving initiatives, and influencing outcomes. Highlight these qualities in both your system design and behavioral answers. Interviewers want to see that you can lead by example. Expect the unexpected in L5 interviews. You might be asked to design a system you've never seen before or handle a scenario with conflicting requirements. Stay calm, think logically, and communicate your thought process clearly. Flexibility is key. Cracking the L5 senior engineer interview is a journey that requires technical depth, leadership, and strategic preparation. Follow this 4-week plan, focus on the skills that matter, and approach each interview as a learning opportunity. With persistence and the right mindset, you'll be ready to land your dream role. Ready to take action? Start by mapping out your 4-week study plan, gather resources like PrackHub, and connect with peers for support. Remember, preparation is the key to confidence. Good luck on your L5 journey. You've got this.